I have Mayor John Davis, U.S. Army, retired. Please come on down here at this time.
Major Davis, welcome to our city. It is a great pleasure to actually present this next prize, if you will, or reward to such a deserving person. And when we do this, we actually want to talk to you about quite an important issue in our community, and that is for us to be prepared in case of an emergency. I will tell you a little bit about Major Davis. It's actually quite an interesting story, and I'll tell you what he is doing out in the community, and I encourage you to attend what it is he's doing out there, because knock on wood, we might not have an emergency, but if we do, we definitely want to be prepared. If I could have our fire chief join us up here as well. Major John Davis is owner of JW Solutions, which serves businesses in providing emergency preparation plans and emergency kits for disasters. In addition to his emergency service business, Major Davis voluntarily promotes public education on disaster planning and recovery through public speaking engagement and training programs. Major Davis has been honored today for providing free disaster emergency preparedness training in both English and Spanish, with emphasis on businesses, young children, seniors, and the disabled. At the Bars Museum on May 18th, he's going to provide one of these trainings. I encourage you to please attend. Before John Davis began promoting emergency preparedness awareness, and I'm sorry, actually, that was last Saturday. Okay, so we missed it, but maybe he'll go ahead and have another one soon and attend that one. I just noticed it's not a typo. He did it before, so thank you so much for having done it. And before John Davis began promoting emergency preparedness awareness, he served in the U.S. Army. And during his 20-year distinguished career in the military, John Davis was commissioned in the U.S. Army Signal Corps, rising to the rank of major. He was then assigned to the White House Communications Agency as the director of the National Emergency Broadcast System and initiated the first major system overall in 45 years. Now think about the disaster our nation has suffered. Think about all the different things you could possibly think of, 9/11, the levees out in Louisiana. Think of all that and think of what it takes to make sure that people are well despite those disasters. Major Davis' final assignment, and this is a really cool fact actually, was as the commander of special missions at the White House. Well, what does someone like that do? Well, this is a joint service command responsible for relocation plans and centers in the event of an emergency requiring evacuation and relocation of the president, the vice president, and all presidential successors of the United States. Major Davis was in charge of saving the president and the vice president. This is who we have out here in our community giving us that training and preparedness. So you could take one of his classes, please, please, please do take it. He was appointed as the Director of Emergency Actions while serving with the White House Communications Agency. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and present you with a small token of our appreciation for Saturday's efforts, last Saturday's efforts, and welcome you to, again, do something for our community in the near future. Without further ado, on behalf of the mayor and the council members, we'd like to present this small token of appreciation to Major John Davis.
Basically, I started giving these presentations probably right after 9/11. I knew that the government was pretty well taken care of because of all the efforts and money that's put behind all that. But the thing that concerned me most of all was just average, everyday citizens. After 9/11, things came about that just caused me to start doing some presentations down here in Santa Ana. And then after Katrina, one of my biggest fears and concerns actually was that individuals really weren't prepared. So I started going out and giving presentations, all the information from FEMA, from the Red Cross, local authorities on how to just put your own emergency kits together and be prepared. It's a big concern for me because we all watched with Katrina when first responders weren't able to go out and take care of the casualties and look for injured people when they were out there having to try to feed people, give them water and other things. So it's kind of twofold. As long as we can do our part to take care of ourselves for those first 3 days, first responders have a better opportunity of doing their job. And that's the goal.
He just indicated he feels like he's back in the White House with all these pictures. Part of the reason why I chose to make this presentation today is because we actually have a treat for the community. It's not just the class that happened last Saturday, but the ones it's going to give us in the future, but there's also a lot of other organizations out there that are making sure that Orange County is prepared, and one of those is OC Ready, and it's